Alright there everyone, here's another beer review. What a surprise. Um, yeah, this is a local brewery, one of my favourites, Anarchy Brew Co. One of my favourite beers is Parlay by them, double IPA, really nice and strong. So, and they do really interesting can label designs. They all got kind of a, they always seem to have some kind of like skull or some, I don't know, something cool that appeals to me on the skull, or octopus man, or some shit grim reaper or something. This one's got like a, I don't know what it is, like a, it's almost like, I guess it looks like the upside down or something like that. This way up, it says it's got some like upside down buildings at the top there, and then a guy with a, it's quite a cool design, isn't it? Yeah, this is a Pilsner, and I bought it just because I'm always interested to see like these breweries that do weird and interesting beers, how they tackle a Pilsner or just a lager. I still don't really know the difference. I don't know if there really is a difference between a Pilsner and a lager. I know people say there is, but I don't know. There'll probably be some beer nerds furiously typing something in the comments now about how there definitely is a difference, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like anyway, a Pilsner or a lager, it's a very simple drink, and these breweries that are known for making wild and wonderful drinks, when they tackle a Pilsner, often they just sort of, I find sometimes they just make it it's like a slightly watered down IPA or something like that, you know. I think I'm sure I've tried like a Brewdog lager, and it just tasted like a Brewdog Punk IPA, but not as strong or something like that. So yeah, I think it's like a good lager. It's about the simplicity, and I'm just interested to see how they tackle it, because, like I say, it's quite often they just sort of, there's a way of making it interesting lager, but then a lot of the time, to my uncultured mouth, it always just tastes like they've bunged some hops in there, you know, made it taste a bit IPA-ish. That's been my experience. So let's have a go with this and see if they've done something interesting or just made a nice lager, a nice Pilsner. I'll say the colour of it's not as like clear as it's got a slight tiny cloudiness to it. I don't know if that's just the like the glass. I don't know, but it doesn't look as crystal clear as I imagined. And it is in a cider glass, by the way. Just because I don't know what's happened to all the glasses I've got for lagers. I think I might have broken them. This is the only glass I found that was halfway. Seemed like it would be good. It's got one of them things on the bottom for keeping the carbonation going, and it was a nice shape, so I suppose it'd be fine, won't it? Yeah, Anarchy Brew, hops, malt, yeast, water, brewed in the UK by Anarchy Brew Co. Newcastle. And there's nothing else on there, but yeah. So let's have a try. Head's going on it already. I just realised I was sort of shifting in my seat and making like a fart noise. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. If not, it just makes me look like I'm turning funny in my seat. Anyway. It's okay, yeah. I said about it not looking as as crystal clear as I imagined. It sort of doesn't taste as crystal clear as I thought it was going to be. There's a bit of an earthy taste in there. It's almost like you can. I suppose it's not. I don't imagine it's like I don't imagine it's brewed in some wooden barrel, but it's almost like you can taste a wooden barrel sort of thing. You know what I mean? It makes me think of that, like the inside of a barrel. It's not as, from drinking a lot of these very it's what I see like a lager because it's such a big industry. I see it as like it was already like a refined drink to begin with, but because the industry's so big and like all these huge companies brewing it, and they've refined the process over years and years, and they've made it more and more like crystal clear and more crowd pleasing. That it's just become this like it's such a generic drink nowadays, but it's so like perfected that it's like I pretty much can't tell lagers apart these days, hardly ever. Like there's a few that taste better than others, some taste a little bit sweeter and stuff, but it's such a refined, perfected drink that it's almost like it's very difficult to like deviate from the way they make it and make something taste any different. I suppose that's why I'm interested in how these breweries tackle it. But this sort of it doesn't taste quite as clean as a lager that I'm used to, but still has that like real refreshing taste to it. It's nice. There's a bit of sweetness in there. Yeah, a little bit of sweetness. Not too much hop, which I'm quite pleased with because, like I say, I find when they try and make it like, oh, let's make let's make a lager, make it different, or it just tastes like it's just like the same hops they put into their IPAs or something. To me, it just tastes like an IPA, but maybe a little bit lighter, you know. So, yeah, they haven't done that with this. Actually, made a nice lager. Yeah, and I guess this is the problem with reviewing lagers is it's not a drink that I have a lot of, and my palate isn't good enough to be able to tell the difference between them. So I don't review them often because I always feel like I wouldn't have much to say about them, and it's probably the same with this. As I say, it's got a sort of taste to it. Um, I don't want to say like unrefined or unpolished because that makes it sound like it's bad or something. But it's got it doesn't taste as mass manufactured, or it doesn't taste as perfected as like these mass produced like your Stella and your Fosters and all these lagers. Um, it's got a sort of slightly unrefined taste to it almost. Um, just compared to those lagers, but it's still very sort of refreshing and light and tasty. But apart from that, I like I say, I'm not a big lager drinker or a lager expert, so me being able to give my expert judgment on this, probably not. I'm probably not the best, but I could definitely see myself having a few of these, having this with a meal, It's yeah, perfectly good lager. Very nice. Yeah, if you're a lager drinker, then I suppose if you could go out and try this and maybe give your opinion. I know there's like there is lager drinkers and they say like, oh, I like Stella and I don't like Foster's, but I don't know. Like I was actually saying this to my wife before. She was like, oh, when's the last time you had a Foster's? And I was like, well, probably if I go into a pub and say a pint of lager, and they give me a pint of something, and then I have no idea what it is. I probably had a Foster's or a Stella or I can't even remember, Carlin or something like that. You know, I wouldn't know which was which. So yeah, that's my opinion on lagers. I'm not saying that to do them down either. It's just it's a perfected drink, and yeah, this is a good version of one. Yeah, perfectly fine drink. Very nice. I would have more of that. I haven't got more of it, but yeah, I would have more if I had more. I'd happily sit and have a few of them of a night. Very tasty. Yeah. It tastes a bit more filling almost than a lager usually. There is something there, like I say, it didn't look like cloudy, but it didn't look as crystal clear, and that's sort of the taste I get. It doesn't taste unrefined, but it tastes slightly less crystal clear than a lager. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it was good. Yeah, okay. Thumbs up from me. Another good one from Anarchy Brew. I don't think I've ever had a bad drink from them, to be honest. So okay.